Hi everyone, you may have seen this story that got released on the 28th of December. A 71-year-old cyclist got struck by an emerging vehicle and it sent her flying through the air. The injuries sustained were serious but thankfully not life-threatening. The rider spent 5 days in hospital where they were treated for multiple injuries including a broken shoulder and a broken ankle. As normal, I'm going to go through this clip and look at what both parties could have done differently. The footage was released by West Midlands Police with the agreement of the victim to highlight the responsibility drivers have to more vulnerable road users. The collision happened on Wildcroft Road in Coventry on the 6th of May 2023. There's no reason for me to show the actual collision. If you really want to see it, I'm sure you'll be able to find it online. It is quite graphic and I'm really surprised that this cyclist didn't receive more serious injuries. This is where the cyclist ended up after the collision, and this is approximately where the collision happened. This could have easily ended up being a fatality. The driver of the vehicle and the passenger get out straight away and tend to the victim. The driver of this vehicle, Thomas Freeman, was jailed for 1 year after admitting causing serious injury by dangerous driving. He also got a 2-year driving ban, he's now got a criminal record, and it's going to affect him for the rest of his life. And all that from a simple mistake that I see many people making on a daily basis. He started his emerge off what he could see rather than what he couldn't see. Let me explain. This is the view the motorist had as he approached the junction. And as we can see, there are a number of trees that restrict view to a certain extent. But this is no way an excuse. As you get further up to the junction, the view is perfect. But don't forget, the driver of the red Citroen does have a vehicle in front of them. And at this point, when the grey car does finally clear, is the point that I think Mr. Freeman starts their observation. And the first check would be to the right-hand side. This is the point where I think they look to the left-hand side. But unfortunately, this is also the point where I think the cyclist is hidden behind the grey car. I know the view from Google Maps isn't the same as eye level from a vehicle, but hopefully this will help you understand what I'm talking about. This red frame represents the area that I think was blocked, and the driver checked both sides of this car and it looked clear, but this is exactly where the cyclist was at this point. They'd already checked to the right, so they went. The minimum look you need to complete in this situation is right, left, and that's not even including the look into the road across the other side to make sure that's safe as well. And don't forget, this all needs to happen before the giveaway line. This driver did not give themselves enough time to take effective observation. Is this something that you do? Now, do you think the cyclist could have done anything better? Absolutely. Technical Sergeant Jordan Keane from the Forces Traffic Investigation Unit said she is an experienced cyclist and a member of a local cycling club, but it's clear from the footage that Freeman's careless driving when crossing the junction meant she stood no chance. And I agree totally if she rode in this manner, but this is always going to be the stance from the police and insurance companies because they have to attribute blame. But this mindset does very little to encourage cyclists to take more responsibility for their own actions. This is the downhill section on Wildcroft Road that the cyclist approached from. The cyclist does have priority, but if I was riding down this road, that for me would be irrelevant. There's a big potential for conflict of road space and there's no way in the world I would have been going that fast. The only way I would have proceeded through this junction is when I was absolutely certain I'd been seen by everyone. An approach in this situation, it was always going to be the hidden car that was going to be the danger. Quite simply, we all see how bad some motorists can be. Why put your trust in them? Keep yourself safe. All motorists do have a big responsibility to look out for and look after the more vulnerable. But the mistake that this motorist made, which has ruined big portions of his life, is a mistake that I see many people make on a daily basis. Hopefully, seeing this video that I've put together will encourage you to take some more effective observation the next time you're approaching a giveaway. And to all my fellow cyclists, you can't put your trust in the people who drive these metal boxes. Keep safe, everyone.